right.
Formal uniform.
Yes, I like the formal uniform.
Okay, basic blocks. Two-handed or bar blocks. Okay, outside to the left, block, counter strike. Outside to the right, block, counter strike. Okay. Low block, like for a knife stab into the gut or a kick. Again, double bar, block and rake, and either strike with the tip or, depending on body positioning, block and rake. You can also use the flat part, the bar part of the cane to strike. And then overhead, same as lower, block and rake, and you can either strike straight ahead, or if it's their hand, their arm, you're blocking and raking it up, their ribs should be exposed, block and rake to the ribs, breaking the floating ribs. Basic blocks. Then you can use the outside bottom tip of the cane to also block to the outside. Outside to the right here, counter. Outside to the left here. And this way, depending on what you're wanting to do, you can counter with the crook, or if you're countering and going around, you can counter there. It all depends on the attack. But you want to block, counter for every one of those basic blocks. Then you want to work on twirling. Twirling you can start off basic. You'll have a tendency to move your arm a whole lot when you start, and that's okay. You just got to get a feel for the cane, get a feel for where it is. Where you want to be is very little movement with your arm straight. You don't want your elbow bending. You want your arm straight so that you get the reach. Weapon is an extension of your hand, so get as much extension as you can. And it's just a simple figure eight. Once you're comfortable going forward, add some walking. Go forward, go backwards. You need to be able to change directions, left, right. Movement left and right, backward and forward. At a later date, we'll talk about doing 180s and how to do that, but that's a little bit past basic. Once you're comfortable going forward with the cane, and by forward I mean it's kind of on a downward slope, you can reverse it. Boom. And now you're swinging with an upward motion. And the same thing. Be able to change directions. Change directions. Call my wife back in a minute. Once you're good at the flows for that, you can work on strikes. Striking, be intentional with a strike through, and then striking and rebounding to a ready position. Ready position can be under your arm, outside of your arm, holding it here, almost like an nunchaku. Under your arm, outside here. And this allows for transitions from twirling to striking, or locking and throwing. So those are the basics.